This is the 6th video presentation for the Case Animal course. As you view this video, make notes of important information, pause, repeat, and resume the video whenever necessary. Guidelines for using animals in education, Lesson 3.1, Animal Rights or Animal Wrongs. You just completed Activity 3.1.4, Recognizing Differences, where you analyzed animal rights and animal welfare videos to determine the message and intent of each video. This video will introduce guidelines for using animals for educational purposes, according to the Institute for Laboratory Animal Research. Observational and natural history studies that are not intrusive, that is, do not interfere with an animal's health or well-being or cause it discomfort, are encouraged for all classes of organisms. When an intrusive study of a living organism is deemed appropriate, consideration should be given first to using plants, including lower plants, such as yeast and fungi, and invertebrates with no nervous systems, or with primitive animals, including protozoa, planaria, and insect. Intrusive studies of invertebrates with advanced nervous systems or vertebrates should be used only when lower invertebrates are not suitable and only under certain conditions, which will be discussed later. Supervision shall be provided by individuals who are knowledgeable about and experienced with the health, husbandry, care, and handling of the animal species used, and who understand applicable laws, regulations, and policies. Appropriate care for animals must be provided daily, including weekends, holidays, and other times when school is not in session. Care includes nutritious food, fresh water, housing, with space for normal species behavior, and temperature and lighting appropriate for the species. Animals should be healthy and free of diseases that can be transmitted to humans or to other animals. Veterinary care must be provided as needed. Anyone working with animals in educational settings should immediately report all scratches, bites, other injuries, allergies, and illnesses. Prior to obtaining animals for educational purposes, it is imperative that the school develop or approve a plan for both procurement and disposal. Animals must not be captured from or released into the wild without the approval of the responsible wildlife and public health officials. When euthanasia is necessary, it should be performed in accordance with the most recent recommendations of the American Veterinary Medical Association. Humane euthanasia should be performed only by someone trained in the appropriate technique. We will not conduct experimental procedures on animals that will cause pain or discomfort, interfere with the health or well-being, or induce nutritional deficiencies or toxicities. Procedures should not expose animals to microorganisms, ionizing radiation, cancer-producing agents, or any other harmful drugs or chemicals capable of causing disease, injury, or birth defects. In general, procedures that cause pain in humans are assumed to cause pain in other vertebrates. Consideration should be given to the health of embryo eggs when working with poultry. Experiments on avian embryos that may result in abnormal chicks or chicks that might experience pain or discomfort should be terminated no less than 72 hours prior to expected hatching. The eggs should be destroyed to prevent inadvertent hatching. Behavioral conditioning studies should not involve adverse stimuli. In studies using positive reinforcement, animals should not be deprived of water. Food deprivation intervals should be appropriate for the species, but should not continue longer than 24 hours. A plan for conducting an experiment with living organisms must be prepared in writing and approved prior to initiating the experiment and obtaining the animals. Proper experimental design and concern for animal welfare are important learning experiences and contribute to respect for and appropriate care of animals. The plan shall be reviewed by a committee composed of individuals who have the knowledge to understand and evaluate it and who have the authority to approve or disapprove it. The written plan should include specific hypotheses or principles to be tested, a summary of what is known about the subject including references, a justification for the use of the species selected, and consideration of why a lower vertebrate or invertebrate cannot be used, and a detailed description of the procedures to be used. This statement will include experimental design and data analysis, as well as all aspects of animal procurement, care, housing, use, and disposal. As a review, Mark or highlight 3 key points in your notes that are important to remember from this presentation. List 2 ideas or concepts that relate to previous knowledge. List any questions you have about this topic. Discuss these questions with your instructor. Keep any notes you have from this presentation organized and available for use throughout the course. Through Project 3.1.5, Animal Welfare and Me, you will develop a producer's code of care document for the humane use of the species of animal under their care. This will help you understand how producers of animal products must consider the welfare of animals for maximum profitability. Your instructor will share specific instructions for Project 3.1.5, Animal Welfare and Me, and Project 3.1.5 Evaluation Rubric.